Friday.
Oh, thank God.
And God bless the United States of America.
Is it Friday already?
Hey, this is great, man.
Thank God it's Friday! 3, 2, 1.
Looks like we made it.
If it's Barry Manilow and if it's the Cheering Children, it's Friday here on the Jerry Doyle Show. JD here, good to have you on board. Your 6'3" ATM of información loaded up, ready to be accessed. The PIN 800-876-4123 on the program where we like our flying a little turbulent, our women a little crazy, and our politics a little messy. Marcelo, working the dials. Brad, producing the program. Emails at the website, jerrydoyle.com. And a poll question up there for you today. Mitt Romney, along with the Super PAC billionaire funder, are rejecting a $10 million ad campaign tying Obama to Rev Wright. In it, they describe the president as a, quote, metrosexual black Abe Lincoln, end quote. You say to that, 30%, you second their rejection. 13% reject their rejection. 30% say it's Johnny McAmnesty 2.0. And 27% say, either way, Big O gets reelected. Your answer there at the website or here at 800-876-4123 on the program where intellectual anarchy is encouraged and nurtured for now. Well, no, Brad, ominous tone, man. Come on! Are you getting proper sleep? Are you eating the right foods?
You say ...
I know, but you can usually tell by my ominous tone.
Brad has
as the way
zero rhythm. Zero.
He's a white guy. Of course he has zero rhythm. I mean, that's obvious.
I'm Barack
It's
Obama,
like,
and I approve this message.
Thank you very much. Brad is he'll get it. Maybe another 2-3 years. I think he'll be right up to speed on one of these things that we're saying. Maybe we should do your flubs of the week, because we're always doing mine, and I don't have a problem with the outtakes of the program. But maybe we should just do Brad's flubs of the week, because you seem to be equaling, if not exceeding, my ability to screw up the show. And as long as we're talking about Friday's flubs, we might as well give you some fresh flubs of the week.
And now, Jerry's Flubs of the Week.
Listen to this, folks. In Kloop, Clip, Kloop, and Fit Mitt, he looks politician-y. Kloop, Clip, Kloop, with an ugly confrontation. U.S. Senator from Nebraska, Elmer Burkett.
Be very, very quiet.
Marcelo dialing up the dials for us. Brad producing the program. That was almost a flub. That was a partial flub there. Just blow it all up. Kurt Lurley. Yeah. I was just riding the wave there. I was in the green room. Next thing I know, I'm eating sand. Not all programs are created equal, so said I.
Jerry's Flubs of the Week.
I'm giving myself a standing O. Not all programs are created equal. Like I say, folks, when you see the matchbook with the 800 number that says you can call this number and you too can be on radio, call it, because apparently it works. It's not one of those late-night infomercials where you can get that 2-week degree and next thing you know, you're going to be flying an F-22 Raptor, because that's probably not going to happen. But 800 and whatever it is for the radio show, do it. And it's a lot of fun because you get to do what I get to do every day, which is to look at the news and figure out a way to just mock it all. And we do here on the program. Facebook is all the news today. I'm sure everyone's just about as burnt out on Facebook as they could possibly be. I don't know if Facebook has yet had the Snooki factor, but or it's jumped whatever shark it is that it's jumped. But people were about done hearing about Facebook. But today, watching CNBC, which you had to watch to appreciate what a financial drive by a high-speed chase looks like. Because, like when you watch those high-speed chases on TV, and you do. I do. There's just something about them. And they always go, well, now that the car has stopped, we're going to cut away. Why? That's what we're waiting for. We're waiting for somebody to get capped. We're waiting for somebody to just come out of the car and do something stupid. But no, we don't want to show that. Okay, fine. So you watch the high-speed chases. They speculate about who's in the car, how many are in the car, why are they in the car, what are they going to do with the car, where are they at, why are they there, where are they going, how many cars are following. They just handed it off to this, handed it off to that. I'm watching CNBC today with Facebook, and it was the financial version of a high-speed car chase. They were speculating what's going to happen, why hasn't it opened, is the price up, is the price going to hold, who's in, who's out, who's doing this, why is it taking so long, blah, 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 blah. And then, boom, Facebook opens for trading at $42.05. And then it starts to sell off. And everybody's like, woo! Facebook, Facebook, Facebook. Now, when you switch over to the political side, CNBC's got the financial side, then you have to go take a look. It's exactly the same story. It's a Facebook IPO. Stock goes public at 38, opens at 42.05, trades down to 38.01. Banks step in to support Facebook. It moves back up, and everybody's starting to talk about what's happening, what's happening, what's happening. So then you go over to the political discussions of the very same thing, Facebook. Now, because one of the co-founders of Facebook has turned his back on America, now everyone's piping in. The Wall Street Journal's piping in. Fox is piping in. MSNBC, CNN. They've all got something to say. Not about the financial aspects of Facebook and the social ramifications of what Facebook really represents, which is a narcissistic nation, and whether or not Facebook is going to be around in 5 years as we know it to be today. But then we have to get into the political side of things. And the Wall Street Journal has this piece about Eduardo Saverin. He's one of the co-founders of Facebook. He's going to get just a huge amount of money, and good for him. But because he's deciding to renounce his citizenship, we have to look at all the political angles of this. And I'm looking at the writings on this, and I'm listening to people figure out how they can parse this very same story to their own political advantage. So this guy decides he thinks he wants to live in Singapore as a citizen, turning his back on America. And, of course, the politicians, when they see anything where they can get some FaceTime and put some fresh batteries in their Mr. Microphone, they're running there. Oh, this is an outrage. Eduardo Saverin is turning his back on America. So he wants to be a citizen in Singapore. So who steps up to Mr. Microphone with the fresh batteries? The hair plug senator from New York himself, Chuck Schumer. Also Bob Casey. And the Wall Street Journal has a great description of these two envy specialists. They pounce on the news by announcing that they're going to introduce a plan to tax capital gains at 30% for any wealthy American who tries to escape from the United States shores. Scoring political points, of course. They want to punish the fleeing rich who will strike most Americans as unpatriotic. And to some people, it does strike itself as being unpatriotic. Now, this guy, Saverin, he put $30,000 that he had in savings into Facebook shares, and now anywhere between $2 and $4 billion, depending upon he sells out. Not bad. And a lot of people say, well, it is unpatriotic, Jerry. It is, to a certain degree. You came here, you made your money here, you turn your back on here, and you leave here, and you think you can just walk away? But this is then these schmucks like Schumer and Casey and others that just go, well, we're going to have to tax you on the way out. We're going to have to hit you with an exit tax. Here's what I say. Don't let the door hit you on the ass on the way out. Now, listen to Chuck Schumer talking about Facebook co-founder defriending, get it? Facebook defriending America. Listen to this tool.
Saverin has turned his back on the country that welcomed him and kept him safe, educated him, and helped him become a billionaire. This is a great American success story gone horribly wrong. Eduardo Saverin wants to defriend the United States of America just to avoid paying taxes.
What a
and we
douche.
aren't going to let him get away with it.
You guys know how to post videos to Facebook?
I'm talking about Schumer, not Saverin. Maybe they're both douches. Well, Saverin is going to become a Euro douche, and Schumer is a Senate douche. But let's look at the numbers. In Singapore, they have no capital gains tax. Obama wants to raise our rate to 24%, 30% if the Buffett rule comes into play. And then Obama's plan for a 44% dividend tax and a 45% estate tax. So maybe in a certain way, we're driving Saverin out of the country with our stupid tax, and spend policies. But the bottom line is, don't let the door hit you on the way out. We should have it in such a way that we should make this country so damn attractive that people like Saverin would never even think of leaving. And if they do, good riddance. Now listen to New Jersey Governor Chris Christie. The Nets basketball team in New Jersey decides they're leaving New Jersey and they're going to Brooklyn. And does Chris Christie say, we got to tax them on the way out? Do we have to do something to get them to stay? Do we have to entice them to be a part of the community that they've made money off of? No. Christie says, don't let the door hit you in the ass.
I'm not going to the Nets game tonight, and my message to the Nets is goodbye. You know, you don't want to stay, we don't want you. I mean, seriously, I'm not going to be in the business of begging people to stay here. That's one of the most beautiful arenas in America that they've had the chance to play in. It's in one of the country's most vibrant cities, and they want to leave here and go to Brooklyn. Good riddance. See you later. I mean, I don't have any concern about it, and I think there'll be some other NBA teams who may be looking to relocate, who say, they look at that arena and they look at the base, the fan base here in the New Jersey, New York area, and say this is an opportunity for us perhaps to, increase our fan base and to try something different. So, yeah, there will be no tears shed on my part tonight. They go. That decision was made a long time ago, and they want to go to Brooklyn. Have at it.
Have at it. Same thing we should be saying to Severin. You want to leave? Leave. Oh, but we have to make you pay a price to leave America? No, leave. Good riddance. Who needs you? So what? You made money here and you're taking money somewhere else. Whatever. We don't care. Why? Because, this is the greatest place to be. But you see, the problem is it's not financially. We haven't made it so people like him want to stay. And if we had it the way it should be for people like him to want to stay and for companies to repatriate the $1.2 trillion that they have overseas, because overseas tax policies are friendlier than they here in the United States, and then at that point, if he decides he wants to renounce his citizenship or defriend America, I would say the same thing to him again. You idiot. Don't let the door hit you in the ass on the way out.
The Jerry Doyle Show.
Goodbye, good riddance. But not Chuck Schumer. He's defriended America. And you see, what we're going to do is we're going to tax him on the way out. And then what we're going to do is we're going to redistribute that wealth to all the people who never have an opportunity to be as wealthy as Mr. Severin, who obviously hates America. Now vote for me. I'm Chuck Schumer. This message paid for and approved for by the schmucks of Schumer. 800-876-4123 is the number. Big doings with SpaceX tomorrow down at Kennedy Space Center, Cape Canaveral. Catherine Mangu Ward is going to join us to give us all the details on that. Really exciting stuff happening tomorrow. Peter Lance, 5-time Emmy-winning investigative reporter, has a new book out called Stranger 456. He's going to join us later in the show. Lots to get to on the Friday edition of the program. I'm Jerry Doyle. Join me.
You don't want to stay, we don't want you.
This is the Jerry Doyle Show.